Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to Kitchen Witchin and your November 2021 reading, coming up to your birthday month. So I hope you're all preparing something wonderful. And today I'm doing an Ancestor reading because it's the day before Samhain or Halloween or All Hallows or Samain or whatever you'd like to call it, where the veil between worlds is thin. I'm looking a little windswept because it's quite murky here and I've just been out for a big walk. I was blown about. It was really refreshing. Okay, let's crack on with your reading. So as ever, I always start with a goddess card, and the goddess cards that I'm using at the moment are the Stacey Goddess and Sirens card, and you've got Baba Yaga. Ooh. And she is a Slavic goddess, and I'm going to read from her oracle because they say it much better and more eloquently than I ever could. So Baba Yaga is all about authenticity. So be yourself. Your power is who you really are. Resist the urge to create a false identity. You will overcome adversity by developing your own strengths. And as I look at your reading now, I can see that, you know, you might be feeling a bit up against it at the moment. So Baba Yaga flies into our lives to remind us that we are so much more than we think we are. When we may be frightened or going through a difficult time, but if we reach down to the place where our best self is, we will be able to triumph over adversity. Baba Yaga can help us if we're being bullied, experiencing problems at home, or questioning whether we're going down the right path. Baba Yaga also advises a respect for one's self and one's individual journey, and she emphasizes the power of doing good deeds without expectation of reward. So she is a powerful goddess to pull. There's a terrifying image of her on this card. I would say it's mainly because she's known as the crone goddess. She's got an ancientness about her. But as this is an ancestor reading, it doesn't surprise me, as with a lot of the other signs, that getting a lot of the crony energy, the ancient energies coming through. So looking at your tarot cards, I actually had to spend a bit of time thinking on this one because it's quite a roller coaster of stuff going on this month for you. I like doing that. The first card I drew was the Devil, and the Devil is all about attachments, and that can be attachments to people, it can be attachments to situations, circumstances, it can be attachments to addictions, drugs and alcohol. But in this case, you have the Six of Swords next to it. And the Six of Swords is the victory card. I have made it. I am victorious. So for me, it feels like your attachment is actually to being successful. And whatever that means to you, and it kind of telling me that actually you need to strip that away a little bit and think about what it is that, you know, what it is success means to you. But I know you Sagittarians, you're not the most patient of human beings, although you can outwardly seem incredibly patient. And actually, I've known a lot of very patient Sagittarian partners when they have difficult partners. But I know in your hearts you are the adventurers. You want to get out there and you want to get stuff done. So next to the Six of Swords, we've got the Prince of Pentacles, who is a very slow moving prince, or it's the Knight of Pentacles in the classic tarot. It's a kind of, let me think about what I need to do. Now, obviously, you've got this next to the Six of Swords, so, and this being your attachment, this attachment to almost letting go of your ideas and walking away and saying, actually, no, that didn't work for me. It's kind of giving yourself a bit of time to really reassess where you're at. And actually, we're in Scorpio season. It's the perfect time to do that. They're all about the death and rebirth and the cyclical nature of life. So Do, if you have time, spend a bit of time considering how you measure your success. And I'm talking about your success, not your partner's success, not your children's success, but you as an individual. Because next to the Prince of Pentacles, this very slow moving pentacle energy, you have the Five of Pentacles. So it makes me feel like you have a real fear of losing everything. And because this is an ancestral reading, and I've called upon the ancestors of Sagittarians to come forward and give me a general idea of what's happening. It would maybe speak to me, if you believe in past lives, of you really having lost everything. And I'm talking about losing everything in terms of a physical sense. So maybe you've lost your home, your work, etc. So this attachment to success feels like it's really linked in with this kind of fear of losing everything. And this is kind of like a slow burning energy, especially with that Prince of Pentacles next to you. But the card I drew next to that was the Empress. And the Empress is all about fertile ideas, new ways of thinking, that really kind of nurturing energy, looking after yourself, stepping into your authenticity, like Baba Yaga would tell you, stepping into your power. The time is now. So it feels like you actually have a opportunity this month. So to start to let go of some of your anxiety, some of your attachments to what success means to you. And start to seed some new ways of thinking, new ways of being, new ways of nurturing, particularly because the card next to that is the Star. And that's very Aquarian energy. So maybe you have Aquarians in your life who influence you and can help you at this time. But it's also a card, again, of wishes. And next to the Empress, that's like, wow. So you've got this kind of fertile being, this opportunity to make changes in your life, to kind of really kind of reassess where you're going right and wrong in life, and letting go of some of those attachments. And really kind of make your wishes, plant your seeds, because next to the stars, we have the Ace of Pentacles, which again is like a seed of, oh, what am I going to do? And Pentacles are all about the practical stuff. You've got quite a lot of Pentacles in this energy. So I feel like it must be around your home, your work, your, day-to-day kind of building blocks of life. Because it's really kind of sort of jumping out at me, these Pentacles at the moment. And the Ace of Pentacles is quite literally like, boom. And I don't know if you can see in this card, but actually the Ace of Pentacles is coming out from the ruins of something. So it's actually growing from the ruins of something. And again, you have the Tower now in the middle. It feels like you have a real fear of everything falling apart, that if you put your needs first, everything will fall apart. I can tell you now it won't. You have to start to put yourself first in some situations. Else you will fall apart, and that is the simple truth. And actually, next to the Tower, we have the Moon and the Six of Cups. So that's really about learning your lessons from the past. So maybe looking at where you've been attached to things and what happened. That could be in relationships, it could be in home, it could be in work. You'll know where that is for you. But also kind of considering the lessons of the past, and particularly because this is an ancestor reading, I feel like it's coming through very, very clearly that you really need to do some reassessment of your life and look at where you're giving your energy, where you're attaching your energy to, because you are in a very fertile position at the moment with this Empress and the Star card. But there is a real fear within you about losing everything, about that tower crumbling away and being left with nothing. But the Moonology card will tell you straight away that luck is on your side, which is the new moon in Sagittarius card. I mean, Sagittarius is the luckiest sign of them all. You really are the kind of warriors, the knight in shining armor, So just remember that when things crumble away, new things are then able to kind of blossom and grow, and luck is on your side. And the ancestor card I drew for you, the words read, instead of praying for an outcome, you pray for the highest good of all. So not going, oh, I really need this and I really want that, and like, why is that not happening? And, you know, actually just saying, I just want what's best and the highest good for all within this situation, including myself. Always include yourself. And then the Wiccan card I drew for you is the Standing Stone, which is the card of the ancestors. It's our connection to the past. And this is actually asking you, it's a question card, it's asking you, where is your legacy? And what is the legacy of your ancestors of the past? What has been left for you from your ancestors? And what will you leave for your ancestors to come? Your forebearers, your forerunners, I can't remember. Anyway, your children and your children's children, what will you leave? And it's a time to question that. And we often find that some of our attachments, in particular attachments to success, can actually be handed down through the generations and sort of locked into our DNA. So it's worth asking that question. And often when I'm teaching mindfulness, I talk about asking ourselves questions and seeing kind of what answers come, but not forcing the answers. And what we do when we ask ourselves internal questions is that we then kind of give that question to our subconscious, and our subconscious loves a question, it loves a puzzle. It's like, and then we just leave it in there and let it have a little think about it, and then it comes out into our conscious. So you're actually bringing things from your unconscious into your conscious mind, which is the beginning of healing. So the overall card that I drew for you is the Two of Air, which is the Two of Swords from the Angel Tarot. And this really is the card of feeling like you've got options and you've got to make some decisions, but you're not even sure what the options are. Maybe you're a bit tired, maybe you're a bit run down. It's kind of a bit of a stalemate card. Or maybe a bit of pretending that there isn't any options. No, I haven't got any options at all. Again, this is your ancestors saying you have got options. You just need to be a bit gentle with yourself. You need to kind of spend a bit of time working out what it is that you want, and try not to fear this loss that you seem to hold quite deeply, this loss of your stability, this loss of your lifestyle. Learn your lessons from your past, learn your lessons from your ancestors. Think about what your legacies are, what will you leave, and what has been left to you. Okay, my lovely, lovely Sagittarians, I hope that has been useful for you this month. All my details are down below if you would like a private reading. I also have a load of new beautiful handmade remedies and cosmetics that will be coming out in November, so keep your eyes open for those on my Etsy shop, which is Kitchen Witchin, funnily enough. And if you feel like you'd like to donate to my work, then my PayPal details are also below, but please don't feel obliged to do this. Obviously, all my readings are general readings, so they may resonate with you, and if they don't, then they're not for you this month. But I hope that you found some sort of connection with this. And happy November, sending a big hug, squitch, bye!